So today I'm going to do a fig and cassis soap, and I'm going to use another candle shop fragrance because I did a little haul before Christmas, or just after Christmas, so I've got a little bottle. I'm just going to do like 13 bars just to test this one. So 2 colours I'll probably put in. I'm going to use Velvet Purple by Micah Mama, and I've just had another haul from them. I've got a box full behind me here. There's a few in there, so I think I might go with, I don't know, cassis and fig. Well, cassis is like blackcurrant, so fig, ideally I'd want like a really, really deep. I bought some more of that plum purple because it's so good. Should really like a fig when they're like ripe, they're like a really like a deepish purplish black. So I might need to add a bit of charcoal to maybe some plum purple, it might be a bit better. And then I'll do a contrasting colour with probably something like a pistachio. So yeah, we'll see. It's going to look a bit like the florist soap I made, I think, if I do that, but quite pretty. So we'll give that a go. It is hot in here today. It's like cold and rainy outside, but it's hot in here. So I might have to open the window. So I'm going to just get set up and prepared, and then we'll get to soaping. Okay, let's get going then. Let's get it going. So, lye water going in. So I decided upon Jungle Green, and this one is by Mineral Makeup Ingredients. I'm just using this up because it's almost exactly the same as Pistachio Green. And then I've mixed that Plum Purple, which I love, with some activated charcoal to just get that depth of colour. And hopefully this one won't accelerate. I've never made this one before, so we'll have to see how it goes. See how it goes. So I went to the gym on Monday night and I spent about an hour and a half in there, and the backs of my legs are evil. I'm supposed to go again tonight, but I think I might just give it a miss and go tomorrow. I just need a breather, you know. Anyway, let's get going. So I'm going to just stick blend. So I'm going to just... Okay, that's emulsified. I don't want it to be any more than that. And just remembered I've forgotten to do my white. So I'm just going to mix that up now. I'm just going to use a bit of titanium dioxide and a bit of water. I was thinking I might just cut the TD out sometime and buy a lighter colour olive oil and see how white I can get my soaps. Because I've done it before. It just depends which olive oil I use. At the moment I'm going for an extra virgin, so if I went for a light olive oil, I might be able to eliminate TD. He's had a bit of bad press. It's an occupational hazard for, I think, more so the manufacturer than the end user, and certainly not in the bar of soap. It's like a powder issue rather than a, you know, washing yourself with something that contains it. Then it's the powder that can be a problem, apparently. We'll have to see what the EU decide. It's like in limbo at the moment. But since Brexit has taken over, it's nothing's actually happening there at the moment that I've heard, so we just have to wait and see. So I'm just waiting to see. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to have some kind of idea what I could do if I don't want to use it anymore, you know? Like using it like this, the molecules are not going in my face. It's like quite a dense, not really fine powder. Well, it is a really fine powder, but it doesn't poof up, you know, around your face then. But if you were like the manufacturer or the one packaging it, maybe it would be an occupational hazard. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I've heard. So it's not about me using it in soap as such. And it's certainly not about it going on the skin. It's in toothpaste, it's in sunscreen, it's in, you know, look it up. I mean, it's bloody everywhere. I have some people have a go at me because I use it, and it's like, do your research and find out for real what they're saying, because it's not what you think. It's like people hear carcinogen and are like, don't use it, don't use it. It's like, come on, you have to think about these things realistically. Don't just like run around like a headless chicken.
I clearly was an angel.
Getting in a panic about it, it's just silly. So there you go. Anyway. So in goes the TD, the dreaded TD. I think I might do a drop swirl today and not do my usual top. Let's change things up a bit and not do the same thing over and over again. So I think I might do like a peaked top like I've always done in the past. It's like these tops that I've been doing them for the last few months. It's not like, oh, I used to make soap. It's just I always did like really high peaks on my soaps. If you've been with me a long time, you'll remember. But since I got the moulds, I've been like trying those new tops and I really like them. But today, I think I might do a drop swirl because I was asked if I've ever done a drop swirl. Yes, I have. So I'll do that today and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Ooh. I've just got that all down my little bib. Where's my cloth? Let me just wipe that a little bit on the floor, guys. Got it on the floor and all down my front. All down my fat front. Right then, let us pray. Let us pray. Let's put a bit in there, and a bit in there, and a bit in there. Look at that. Actually, I'm just going to use up the rest in this space because there's like about 5 ml left. I don't like leaving it in the bottle, so we may as well put that for recycling as well. Okay. Don't think I'm going to need to stick blend it in. And it's not thickening up either, so that'd be good. That smells good. I've used a fig by these guys before. Was it? What did I use? Good grief, what the hell's going on out there? Do people understand I'm making soap in here? Disrespectful. Oh Christ. This is what you get, see, in this alleyway. Kids running up and down like lunatics. I'm going to stick those a bit, I think, because this is rather runny. I don't want it that runny. I'm going to stick blend it all, actually. Okay, kind of know what I'm doing. Okay, so here's my mould. Here. And I'm just going to go for it, I think. So let's get this in. And we'll pour kind of high. I'm going to do my drop swirl by actually swirling this through. I'm going to leave some for the top so we can have a fancy top, and then plumb high again, going down in there. Alright. Alright. And then we'll do that. And then scrape this out. That's a nice colour contrast. Doesn't look like this is going to discolour either, so that's good. So I don't know if you listened the last time I made a video, I was on about this podcast on True Crime Garage or Garage, The Vanishing Man. I've just listened to it again because there was bits, I was like in a rush in that afternoon that I'd finished the soap making. I carried on listening to it, but I wasn't listening intently, so I just listened again. And it's incredible. It's so interesting. I think the guy was a spy. I think, like, along those lines. They did mention this in the podcast, and I'm thinking, yeah, that does sound like suspect. There's a really weird bit in it where near the end, they're talking to this guy who knows an awful lot about this case. And there was a book written by this woman, and it was basically the exact same story about the death of this guy. Even the date that he went missing. But nobody knows if he's dead or not. People just assume he's either dead, he's a spy, and he's disappeared, or he was a time traveller. So it's like not along the usual, you know, true crime murder investigations. This is like a guy that's gone missing. Well, he's vanished. And yeah, if you're really into that sort of stuff, you'd really enjoy it. It's great. It's absolutely great. So it's on True Crime Garage, and it's called The Vanishing Man, and there's part 1 and part 2. So this guy just goes missing, and they find his car. And at the start, they're on about, like, there's cigarette ash in the car. There's a smell of, like, a freshly smoked cigarette. And this guy didn't smoke. So there's, like, all these things. And this book that this woman had written, that's even in there. It's, like, just weird. It's just weird. And they thought this guy might have had, like, an alter ego, and it might have been him, like, writing the book. But this woman that wrote the book actually exists. So that rules out that theory. It's just great. Like, yeah. I won't give away too much more, but listen to The Vanishing Man, it's really good. It's really good. So that's my recommendation for this week, as well as last week. Okay, I'm going to peek the top, so if I can bring you in, you can see a bit better. Okay, so I'm just going to, because our soaps are cut into like log bars this way, we're going to have to peek up like this, which isn't as easy as doing it with a slab mould, but it should still look quite pretty. But yeah, this is what I always used to do with the tops of my soaps before I changed. I was a changed woman. Oh, has anyone seen Dumpling? If you haven't seen Dumpling and you're into Dolly Parton, not even that, if you're just into really good feel-good films, then I would give Dumpling a go. It's great. It's really great. It's on Netflix. Notice how I just changed directions of what I was doing there. I'm going to have to go back over this now. Okay, so that one can go that way, and that one can go that way. There we go. Ooh, look, it's like a pudding. Or like a boiled sweet. There we go. That's what I'm going to do today with this one. So I'll just hold it up so you can see a little bit better. Maybe. And I'll be back for the cut. I'm going to have to lift this up a bit more. Come on, peek. Peek for me. I'll be back tomorrow to see what it looks like inside. Oh, that's lovely. All right, that's nice, going back to my roots. Going back to my roots. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, I'm coming round to cut this soap then. So I posted a picture of this on Instagram yesterday, and it had like so much love. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, you know, it came out nice, but I wasn't expecting people to be that overwhelmed by it. It's a nice picture, but you know, geez, I'm sure I've made better than this, but everybody seems to like this one. It's surprising sometimes on Instagram what people do tend to like, you know. But this one went down a treat, so that was cool. Right, so we did a drop swirl, I kind of remember now. Let's see if I can bring this back. and get it in focus. I hope I can. I'm back on my 50mm lens, and sometimes it just doesn't do what I want it to do, but I've just messed with it a little bit. So this is the drop swirl. I'm not massively keen on them. I'd rather swirl it after I've done, like, you know, do the drop swirl and then put a chopstick through it, which is what I normally do, and I kind of like that better than I like this, but it's okay. It's just a bit, you know, it's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's just a matter of taste, but yeah, it's not really my my style, you know. I prefer a nice swishy, swirly soap than a drop swirl. So most of that's just gone in the centre because I didn't take that chopstick through the mould. It's literally just dropped in there, and so it stayed central, and the outside bits of each bar haven't really been hit by any colour, and I'm not really that keen on that. So I probably won't do that again. Stick to my design that I normally do, but it's okay, and it does actually smell really good. It smells better in soap than it did out of the bottle. I thought when I smelled it first, it was a bit like, you know, it's okay. It's a bit too figgy, whereas like I do a lot of fig soaps because my customers like fig soaps, but they can sometimes be just like kind of basic, and it doesn't matter what fig I've bought. Like if it's mixed with anything, it always tends to smell the same, like that earthy fig. But this one has definitely got that black currant in there, and I like that a lot. Yeah, it can kind of smell, like definitely smell both elements, which is nice. Which is nice. That one's not too bad. Let's go a bit more to it, but yeah, it's okay. I've got another batch to cut after. I made some more lime cooler, so I've got that one to cut afterwards, and then I've got to unmould some honeycomb soaps ready to make Idgy Threadgood soap, which is going to be the next one on video because it's going to be a new design. I haven't filmed Idgy Threadgood for a long time, and the last one I did wasn't that interesting, so I'm doing it in my slab mould next, and it'll be different, so we'll see. It'll be a bit more exciting and a bit more of an elaborate design, so stay tuned for that one. I will be back for that, and yeah, that's it. So here is Fig and Cassis soap, and I'll leave some pictures at the end so you can see some close-ups of it, and that's it. I will see you for the next video. Ta-ta!